Hi, my name is Chase Oliphant, founder of CourtDesk. You're probably here because you're interested in learning more about CourtDesk as a tennis court management system. So let's jump in and take a look. Here I am at the CourtDesk homepage. In the center of the page, anyone can register for a free account. You may also log in with your existing Google+ or Facebook account. I already have an account, so I'll log in. Here is my main profile page. You'll notice I already have some player connections. I have also decided to share my racket and stringing specifications. At the top of the page, I can view upcoming court reservations and upcoming events off to the right. The toolbar at the top of the page allows me to edit my account settings, find and message other players, and a lot more. I can access the club management system from the drop-down in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. These options are not accessible to club members and guests. But in this case, I've already been designated as a CourtDesk administrator for a number of clubs. For today, we'll be looking at a fictitious club I created called Star Tennis Club. First, let's take a look at the court book feature. You may use the buttons in the top left corner of the screen to navigate between days. And off to the right, you may navigate to additional courts. For my screen, I like to see a maximum of 7 courts on a single screen, but you may modify your personal settings to show more or less courts to your liking. You can also change the font sizes and size of the grid below to your liking for easy viewing. You may also notice that everything here in the court book is color coordinated and is fully customizable in the club settings. The blue text in the reservations below indicate that the person is a guest, and the red text indicates that the person is a teaching pro. The court book is intuitive, and it works in a similar manner to the paper court books you're already accustomed to. Here, however, you can take advantage of the drag and drop functionality to extend reservations or move them from one court to another. Another great feature is that there are built-in restrictions that prevent common mistakes from happening, such as double bookings. Notice that when I drag a court reservation to a time slot where there is a conflict, the reservation will automatically turn red, indicating the conflict. If I try to drop the reservation into a new time slot, I will get a message notifying me that the reservation cannot be moved because in this case, Princess Leia is already playing at this time on another court. Of course, if I try to move one court reservation on top of another, I will get a pop-up message notifying me that the court is already taken. Let's try creating a doubles reservation. I'll add myself and another member named Clone Trooper. At this point, you might have noticed the Star Wars theme of my fictitious example. I'll also add a guest named Kristen Sterling. But let's say we don't have a fourth player at this time. So I'll just create a note mentioning that we need a fourth player, and I'm going to flag this reservation for attention, and click Save. That's it. Creating a court reservation is just that easy. I'll expand the reservation so that it takes up a full hour. Off to the right of the page, there is an arrow that when clicked will show a panel that shows all reservations that have been flagged for attention. If I click the pencil icon, I will see the details for that court reservation. Oh, and by the way, if I click the log history in the pop-up, I can see all the changes and who made those changes to the selected court reservation. This includes the details when I created the court reservation and just after when I extended the court reservation by a half hour. I'm going to close out of this now because I know my fourth player and it's going to be Darth Vader. And I'll save that. One more convenient tool I like to use is the player reservation lookup. Here I can type just a few letters of the name of the player I'm looking for. In this case, let's look for my upcoming court reservations. I'll type the first 3 letters of my last name, OLI, and select Chase Oliphant Member from the drop-down options. And there it is. I have one upcoming court reservation at 3 p.m. This is the doubles match we just created. This is really helpful when you have players coming into the pro shop asking what court they are on, and you or your staff has to respond very quickly. Back on my profile, you can now see the upcoming court reservation we just created. I can also notify the other players included in this court reservation that I will be attending by clicking the check mark. You'll notice it turns green, indicating that I have accepted. If I return to the court book, I'd like to point out a few more things. Now, the court book is great, but what if I'm a teaching pro and I just want a simple lesson book for booking and tracking my lessons? Well, we've got that covered. Here in the court book, you'll notice that we have a pro named Carrie Hazelton playing at 7 p.m. and 6 p.m. By returning to the main drop-down in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, I can select to see an individual pro's lesson book. I'll click Carrie Hazelton's lesson book, and here we have the 2 lessons at 6 and 7 p.m. You'll notice that the lesson book has all the capabilities of the court book. The only difference is that it only shows lessons for that selected pro. Now I'd like to show you one final great feature for clubs, and that is the court monitors. These are displays that you can hook up to a television screen in your pro shop. I'll show you my favorite monitor, which is the hybrid monitor. Here is the hybrid monitor that you can display in your pro shop or elsewhere throughout your club. This saves time for the desk because players can simply go up to the monitor and check what court they are on. On the left-hand side of the screen, it will cycle through all the courts, whereas on the right-hand side of the screen, it will list all the players by start time in alphabetical order and which court they are on. When the dots at the top of the page turn green, it will advance to the next set of courts on the left-hand side of the screen. All new reservations and updates are synced in real time between the court monitor and court book. And there you have it, the CourtDesk management system for tennis clubs. We've only been able to cover a few of the main features from our 24/7 cloud-based online system. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration of CourtDesk, and we look forward to setting you up a free 30-day trial. CourtDesk, tennis court management made easy.